circles of light, create shapes across the floor that didn't exist moments ago, triangles of brightness, rectangles of shadow. The room is being redrawn by the sun's slow movement, and I'm watching it happen like I'm witnessing the creation of a new world. Everything has edges now, definitions. The blurry uncertainty of night is being replaced by clear lines and sharp distinctions. This is comforting and terrifying simultaneously. In darkness, everything is potential. In light, we see what actually is. The geometry of morning is precise, mathematical. The sun doesn't approximate, it reveals. It shows us exactly where we are and exactly what surrounds us. No more imagining different furniture or different walls or different lives. Just this room, these objects, this face in the mirror that needs to be the one that goes out into the day. I trace the light patterns with my eyes and think about structure, how we need it even as we resist it. How these lines and angles give us something to orient ourselves against. Without them we'd be lost in formless chaos. But within them we're confined to specific possibilities, bounded by walls and windows and the architecture of our choices. The light shifts again, always shifting, never still, and the shapes transform. The rectangle becomes a trapezoid. The triangle stretches toward rhombus. Nothing stays fixed except the principle itself. The certainty that light will reveal and shadow will conceal, and we'll navigate between them, trying to find the path that feels most true. This is the geometry of beginning, this mapping of space and time into comprehensible forms, this daily lesson in how to start again within the boundaries we've been given. The last ember of night glows somewhere at the edge of vision, not quite extinguished, not quite alive, just holding on while the morning grows stronger around it. I understand this feeling, being almost gone, but not entirely. Being mostly one thing with remnants of another still clinging to your edges. The skin. Dreams linger behind my eyes. Sleep's heavy pull remains in my limbs. I'm carrying darkness into light, like a secret. Like something precious I'm not ready to release. Maybe all transformation requires this overlap. This period where we're simultaneously what we were and what we're becoming. The ember and the flame. The night and the morning. The sleeping self and the waking one. Nothing switches cleanly. We're always multiple versions occupying the same space. The memory of darkness makes the light more precious. The memory of fear makes courage more meaningful. We define ourselves against what we're leaving behind. Against the embers dying glow, we measure how far we've come into the new day. But the ember matters too. It contains the warmth of all the hours we survived. All the dark passages we navigated. All the moments we were afraid but continued anyway. I don't want to forget the night even as I welcome morning. Don't want to pretend I arrived here without struggle. The ember is proof, evidence that I've lived through something and emerged. Not unchanged, I'll never be unchanged, but intact enough to try again. The glow is fading now, almost invisible, but I carry its warmth into the rising light. I carry everything I've been into, everything I'll become. The ember becomes part of the morning. The ending becomes part of the beginning. Nothing is lost. Everything transforms. Time moves differently in these hours before the world wakes, simultaneously faster and slower, like waves that rush forward then pull back, leaving evidence of their passage in the sand. I feel the minutes accumulating and dissolving. Each one contains multitudes. Each one disappears before I can fully inhabit it. The tidal pull of morning is relentless. It doesn't care if I'm ready, it arrives on schedule, indifferent to my state of preparedness. This constant forward motion that requires nothing from me except existence. I breathe in, and the moment is already past. I breathe out, and 3 new moments have arrived to take its place. The rhythm is ancient and impersonal, ocean-like in its persistence. I think about how we measure our lives in these tiny increments, minutes, hours, days, when really we live in the spaces between measurements, in the unmeasurable moments of transition, when one thing becomes another, when sleep becomes waking, when darkness becomes light, when fear becomes something gentler if we let it. The tide is coming in now, I can feel it even though I'm nowhere near water. Feel it in my blood, which is mostly salt water anyway, mostly ocean. We carry the sea inside us, and maybe that's why these rhythms feel so familiar. Why the morning's gentle insistence feels like coming home. Each minute washes over me and recedes. Each minute leaves something behind and takes something away. I'm being shaped by this constant movement, smooth like a stone on a beach, made smaller and more essential, more myself. The agreement I make with morning is always the same. I'll show up if it promises not to be too cruel. This pale light filtering through cost nothing and asks nothing. And maybe that's the most honest transaction we ever make. No one witnesses this contract between my consciousness and the emerging day. No one signs or stamps or approves, it's just me and the morning, making quiet promises we may or may not keep. I'll try to be better, I'll attempt kindness, I'll notice beauty when it appears. The morning in return will be gentle for at least these first few minutes. It will hold off the harsh truths and difficult decisions. It will let me exist in this liminal space where transformation feels possible. The pale light doesn't judge, it touches everything equally. The dirty dishes, the unmade bed, my tired face in the mirror, everything receives the same tender Today I'm away. Today I'm witnessing. The covenant feels stronger, somehow more real. Like maybe if I keep showing up, the morning will reveal secrets I've been missing. Instructions for living that can only be transmitted in these quiet hours. The pale light grows warmer, now shifting toward gold. The day is beginning, whether I'm ready or not, but the agreement holds. I hold my coffee cup like it's a sacred object, and maybe right now it is. This vessel containing heat and caffeine, and the promise that I can function today despite the insufficient sleep and the weight of all the hours I've lived through to arrive at this moment. Every container is temporary, the cup will eventually break. The coffee will cool and be consumed. My body will fail one day in ways I can't predict. But impermanence doesn't make things less sacred, it makes them more so. This particular morning will never come again. This temperature, this light, this exact configuration of thoughts in my mind, it's all unrepeatable and therefore precious. I drink slowly because rushing feels like disrespect to the morning's quiet offering. The warmth travels down my throat and into my stomach, and I imagine it lighting something up inside me. A small pilot light that says, yes, you can do this, you can face whatever comes. The hours ahead are empty vessels waiting to be filled with choices and actions and all the tiny moments that accumulate into a life. I don't know what I'll pour into them yet. Maybe something beautiful, maybe something forgettable. Probably both. The cup is half empty now or half full, depending on which cliche feels more comforting. I choose full because this morning I'm choosing optimism, even if it's just a temporary costume I'm trying on. Even if by noon I'll have abandoned it for something more familiar. Right now, in this vessel of hours, before the day officially begins, I can be whoever I decide to be. I can hold possibility in my hands like this warm ceramic. I can drink hope slowly and let it fill me from the inside out.
There's a line of light running along the edge of frame like someone drew it there with metallic ink. I watch it grow brighter minute by minute, and I think about resilience, how we bend without breaking, how we carry weight we didn't know we could hold. My spine feels different in the morning, straighter somehow, less burdened by the day's accumulation of small defeats and compromises. Stand a little taller before the world reminds me to slouch, before I learn again to make myself smaller, to fit into spaces that weren't designed for the fullness of who I am. But here now, alone with the silver light and the silence, I can be my full height. I can take up all the space I need. The cold seeps in from somewhere, making me aware of my skin. There's a boundary between inside and outside. Between the warm private interior of myself and the vast and different external world. But the silver light doesn't care about boundaries, it crosses them effortlessly, touching everything with the same gentle insistence. I think about how we're made of the same stuff as stars, carbon and hydrogen and all the elements that form under unimaginable pressure. Contain within our bones and blood the memory of cosmic explosions. This particular light, this exact angle only happens once. Tomorrow the earth will have moved and everything will be different by fractions of degrees. Nothing repeats exactly. Every morning is genuinely new, even when it feels routine. This thought should be terrifying, but instead it feels like permission. Permission to release. Work didn't work, to begin again without shame. The silver line is wider now, spreading across the floor like spilled mercury. Beautiful and untouchable. The taste in my mouth is bitter and sweet simultaneously, like I've been drinking something in my dreams that doesn't exist in the waking world. I run my tongue across my teeth and wonder what it means to begin again. Every morning is supposedly a fresh start, but most mornings feel like continuations of the same story we've been telling ourselves forever. Today though, today something feels different. The light coming through the curtains is softer than usual. Maybe I'm paying closer attention. Maybe this is all it takes, deciding to notice what's always been there. I think about all the versions of myself that have stood in this exact spot, watching this exact view, and how none of them were quite ready yet for what they needed to become.
but maybe that's okay. Maybe readiness is overrated, and what matters more is willingness, the willingness to fail beautifully, to try inadequately, to show up incomplete and see what happens. The honey light is spreading across the walls now, turning everything golden and gentle. It reminds me that sweetness still exists, even when we're convinced we've forgotten how to taste it. Even when everything feels like ash in our hands and dust in our throats, there's always this moment of possibility before the day hardens into its final shape, before we become who we'll be today. Right now I'm nobody and everybody. I'm potential without form, energy without direction. And maybe that's the most honest thing we ever are. These few minutes before we put on our faces and our voices and our ways of moving through the world, when we're just breath and light, and the faint hope that today might surprise us. I'm standing at the doorway between sleep and waking, and I can't quite cross over yet. My body is heavy with the weight of dreams. I can't remember but feel in my chest like stones. The edges of things are blurry, furniture, walls, the shape of my own hands. I know what I need to do today, but the list feels distant, unreal, like something written in a language I used to speak fluently, but I've somehow forgotten overnight. There's a moment every morning where I have to choose whether to carry yesterday's worries into the new light, or leave them behind like clothes discarded on the floor. Today I'm trying to leave them, trying to step across this invisible line with empty hands and an open mind, but it's harder than it sounds. The mind wants to grip, to hold on to familiar pains, because at least they're known, at least they're proof we existed yesterday and all the days before. The floorboards are cold beneath my bare feet. This is real, this is now, not yesterday or tomorrow, but this single point where everything converges. I take a breath and it feels like the first breath anyone has ever taken, clean and sharp and full of potential. The air tastes different at this hour. Less used, less contaminated by the day's accumulation of small disappointments and compromises. I'm trying to remember what hope feels like without forcing it, letting it arrive naturally if it wants to. The door handle is cool against my palm. Such a simple thing, feels significant, like touching something that will change me. The sky doesn't know it's changing yet, but I can feel it happening somewhere behind the buildings. Everything is that particular shade of almost blue that exists only in these in-between moments. I'm standing at the window with coffee that's gone lukewarm in my hands while I wasn't paying attention. Steam rose from it once, but now there's nothing, just liquid and ceramic and my fingerprints around the cup. I should drink it, but I'm caught in watching how the streetlights start to look less necessary as each minute passes. They were everything an hour ago, now they're just pale suggestions. There's something about this gradual shift that makes me think about all the imperceptible changes we don't notice until they've already happened. How we become different people in tiny increments, how love fades or grows in degrees so slight we miss the exact moment of transformation. The city is still mostly asleep, but a few windows have lights on now. Someone's kitchen, someone's bathroom, other people beginning their private rituals of becoming ready for the world. We're all doing this at the same time, emerging from darkness into whatever this day will be. My reflection in the window glass is faint. I can see through myself to the rooftops and the emerging sky beyond. It's a strange kind of transparency, being here but also not quite solid yet. The coffee is cold now for certain, but I drink it anyway. It tastes like decisions I haven't made and words I might say later. Outside the blue is deepening into something more definite, more real. I watch it happen like I'm witnessing something sacred. This quiet unraveling of night into morning. This gentle insistence that things continue. The room is still dark, but something shifted in the air. Between the walls and my breathing, I've been lying here for hours, watching shadows move across the ceiling like slow thoughts I won't settle. My phone says 4:33, and I know sleep won't come now, so I let myself just exist in this particular kind of silence. There's a quality to these hours, the daylight races, a softness where everything feels possible, 'cause nothing has happened yet. The blanket weighs less than it did at midnight. My heartbeat sounds different without the noise of the world pressing in from outside. I think about getting up, but I don't think about staying here forever. But I won't. This is the space between versions of myself, the one who went to bed uncertain, and the one who'll face the mirror soon. Outside, a bird makes a tentative sound, not quite a song yet, just a question asked to the darkness. I imagine somewhere across the city, someone else is awake like this, feeling the same strange pull towards something unnamed. We're all suspended here for a moment before everything starts again. The cold air touches my face when I finally pull the covers back. It feels like a small baptism, a quiet agreement between me and the morning. The yes, I'll try again. Yes, I'll meet whatever comes. The floorboards creak under my feet, and the sound feels enormous in this hushed world, but also right, oh so necessary. This is how days begin, not with certainty, but with a single step into the dark before the light finds you.